Welcome everyone, it's Vapors to Drakomar. It's time for some more Raid Shadow Legends. I've got to do some spider. Some speeder. I mean, this is one team, but I'm going to be forging a lot of other teams as well. I'm trying to, like, maybe either rank 6 Deacon or rank 6 Dark Elhane. And then later, like, Sepulchre Sentinel or something. But I have so many rank 6 options for this account. It's mental. Like, actually mental. We're going to start with trying to clear out some of the spiderlings. Clearing out the spiderlings always helps. Or stunning them. The burn begins. Well, now we increase the burn on that sucker. See, this is how we're going to wreck the spider with this scheme. As the main point is to have enough burn on them that it doesn't matter that the spider has some problems with regenning or whatever, because there'll be so much burns and poison on the sucker, it'll have a hard time recovering. So that's kind of the point. Like, I'll put a burn on him, and then later Vizier will spread that burn. He'll increase the burn, and he'll spread the burn. They're like, but DREXTHAR is great for the spider. Well, imagine you take Vizier and you combine it with a DREXTHAR. He's the spider tank. They all get burns, practically. See? And it all burns the main spider as well. So the spider can't get comfy. You don't want that spider comfy. Because the main thing here is to get stacks and stacks of this burn. So that every time the spider moves, his thing is countered. Like, we're going to use burn on one of them if we can. Say, even if he heals, these debuffs are still at work. We still have a relative control on the spiderlings, even if we don't have a relative control on the big spider. Now, I am planning on making champions to fix this, but it's going to take some time. It's going to take some time. He's trying to do something. I like how the spiderlings do absolutely nothing to DREXTHAR. But they go after Vogoth like the plague. I mean, I kind of have the spider's number, because the second he tries to move, this stuff's going to start detonating. Like, all that poison and stuff is going to start detonating. The thing that's most annoying about this boss is you have to use turn meter control to completely shut it down. Because here's the thing. Vizier can actually shut down certain enemy champions entirely, because he has an anti-heal built in, but this boss is immune to it, which absolutely sucks, because it means then I have to invest in turn meter control. Other than Syl, I have to invest in other champions for the purpose, like Deacon. I have to invest in Deacon. Which is very annoying to do, but if you it will make more sense if you can wrap your mind around it. How do I want to set this up? Let's try with some turn meter control. Because this is going to be a different kettle of fish. Entirely. Increasing his decreased defense is probably going to be valuable here. Okay, good. Successful leech. Increasing this debuff is going to be really useful here. As the last thing we want is for him to... You see, we'll put a burn there, right? And then from there, we'll spread the burn. Because you see, for this version of Spider, Deacon works better, as you can clearly see. I mean, we could probably beat it with this setup, given the fact that we have a Vizier. Unfortunately, Deacon doesn't have the books, really, for me to want to... Because I need to try to rank 6 someone that doesn't require a ton of books to really be useful in this fight. So I think because of that, I don't know, like Dark Elhain would be good for Arena, but it would be more ideal to have a different form of nuker. So I'm thinking it would have been better to go with a different setup a bit. I mean, we can still probably beat this. Especially now with him Spiderling tanking it. Because the more that happens, the more the burn goes on the main spider. See, they don't really mention DREXTHAR too much, but I can tell you he's really strong for this fight. This fight's not normally doable. Just want to point that out. Like, I normally lose this pretty bad. But now that I have this, I could win it. See? All the time they're targeting him the whole time. He's still doing burn stuff. By the time he dies, the spider will also be dead. That's the neato part about that. He comes into his own with this. Syl has limited use here because of her affinity is destroys her. Let's see. Who can act as the spiderling tank in this situation is the question. Let's try this setup. As I need someone to get the spiderlings away from my carries. So we want to start with a burn. We're going to want to spread the burn. Then we're going to want to track the tension towards him. Get a leech going. You know what? I'm just going to let the spiderlings do their thing. Because each one's going to harm the main spider anyway. And that's what we want. Unfortunately, I would wish it wouldn't regen. Because the regen is very obnoxious. Very obnoxious. Because if we could just, like, shut down the regen and book this guy out. If we could just book this guy out, he would be ridiculous, potentially, for this fight. I have her as the main spiderling attractor. Because she's magic affinity and this is force affinity, it'll attract it to where she is. So we can increase the burn here. Unfortunately, as much of a spiderling tank as she was, she didn't have unkillable. It's best to have a spiderling tank that has an unkillable on it, so that your carries... Yeah, you're going to want... Go ahead, attack the DREXTHAR. I dare you. I dare you to attack the DREXTHAR. As the more you attack the DREXTHAR, the worse this becomes for you. That's the truth. The worse this becomes for everyone involved. You want to know what it's like to attack a DREXTHAR. I've got news flash for you, pal. It's not pleasant. Although we've already kind of lost the fight. Alright, so how do I want to set this up? Because apparently she's not good enough of a spiderling tank. I'm going to try putting Vergus in there. Because he's going to protect him. And him, more importantly. Yeah, we're just going to want to increase this decreased defense. I'm going to start with protecting, because I need some form of protection. Even if it's not a block debuffs, I need someone as a protector. Okay, we'll start with that burn. That's a good start. We can decrease his max HP, just if he thought he was going to get away with that. Just as if he thought he was going to get away. Then he gets burns. Please stop attacking my other sucker. Please stop attacking my poor Vizier. Please stop mauling him. I didn't want him to be the spiderling tank. But he ends up being one anyway. Just so annoying. At least one good thing, we still have a protector. And the more they attack the DREXTHAR, the worse this becomes for them. Because every time that happens, it's another burn. See, I kind of want them to attack Vogoth, mainly because Vogoth heals my team. It even burns the main spider. Because that's what you want. You want the main spider in flames. That's what you want. Need the little one in flames.
Okay, I'm making poached eggs,
Yeah,
honey, and I'm making a thing of bacon. Okay?
yeah. If you want to see this, I'm doing a little bit of spider tournament before it expires. You want to see this? This is a new spider strategy, kind of. Now, the reason... What?
How many eggs do you want if you know you're getting a whole thing of bacon? Later on we're having hamburgers. But that's
I want like 3, I think. See, every time the spiderling attacks the DREXTHAR, each one takes a burn. And then he takes a burn, and a leech. So inevitably, each burn goes off, and he takes more and more damage. And then we drop his turn meter and put decreased defense on. And then have the provoke heal. Because that's the plan. That is the plan. I also have a scheme to eventually... See, each time he does that, unfortunately, the amount of healing he heals for is not a small amount, unfortunately. At least this time, though, I have some DREXTHAR protection. So that he can heal from his wounds and not get blown up. But yes, I do think that there will come a time where I just have to do Deacon to 6-star in order to progress. Get burned by it, you vermin. Here. Take a provoke. There you go. There you go. Here. Have some more provokes. And a lot of burns. See, he may heal a lot. But we should be able to damage the spider enough. Keyword should. I don't know if we can finish him. Or whether it's worth finishing him. The problem is, yeah, we're not gonna make it like this. We're not. We're not gonna make it. How do I want to set this up? Maybe with more AoE. Is that how we want to set it up? Or more turn meter? Let's try this, actually. There, that's the beginning of the burn. There we go. Fully deplete this sucker's turn meter. Decrease any defense they had. I think I understand now why people book Deacon. Because they try to get it so his cooldown of his skills is... Okay, this still isn't working. He's taking too much damage, and I need to make sure he doesn't die. Okay, I think Haikatoon's okay, but we're going to need a healer. Someone that's not going to die, that's going to heal. Or someone that could decrease the turn meter even more. Armiger? Maybe. This guy... I have a really good healer now. That's the thing, but I have to develop him out. That's the thing. He's actually a very good healer. But we'll have to resort to Vergus for now. We'll have to resort to Vergus for now. I think the real problem we have here is lack of both turn meter control and block debuffs. The real issue also comes from the fact that Deacon is not fully booked. Because Deacon, what Deacon does is he stops the spider from taking a turn. That's what his job is. Now, they'd say that Deacon isn't good against Dark Fae. I disagree. I disagree on that heartily. Because Deacon decreases the turn meter of your team and the enemy team, allowing for an easy victory versus Dark Fae. Like, easy. But yeah, we'll just have to resort to Vergus for now. Because the thing is, Apothecary is really good. But I should develop him, come to think of it. I should. Because I feel like he might also be really good for turn meter. Because he can continuously boost speed. He can continuously boost speed and heal at the same time. Which, for this fight, would probably be really good. But another thing that would be really good is a nuker. I mean, Deacon still has very important practical applications. It's just right now, my problems with Deacon mainly revolve around the fact that his cooldown on his time thing is so long because I need to book him. His time compression. Because the fact remains, we need an AoE nuker. See, the point of High Katoon is to act as the turn meter catalyst. Just those cooldowns are too long, man. I can't book him down easily. I'm wondering if Spirit Host is a better idea. Like, just to increase the attack. Because I'm thinking that could be useful, right? I know that Kale is not good in this. If he's Force Affinity Spider, he just isn't. Like, Force Affinity Spider and that. DREXTHAR works on all difficulties of Spider. Regardless. There we go. That beautiful provoke. We should be able to get him now. I've got to protect DREXTHAR. Like, I do think Apothecary could be godlike for this fight. That's why I'm considering building him out. Because Apothecary could keep this guy alive with a lot of heals. You want heals? Apothecary can give you heals for days. Assuming that the person that you have there is a stun target. Now, there is a way, I think, to avoid it entirely, though, and that's Sepulture Sentinel. On top of that, Sepulture is the right affinity for this, so that would be very helpful. Now, the real question remains, can I kill the spider after this? That's the real question here. The spider after this, I'm going to need some special equipment. Like, I'm going to need maybe Armiger, because I think we really don't want them to take a turn then. Whoa. That is a very good amulet. What the hell? Okay, yeah, this one, we're going to want Armiger, I think. or Valerie. Because I don't want this sucker healing a lot. Let's start with Valerie for the protection. I've never beaten this version of Spider before. Just want to point that one out. Just want to point that one out. So if we beat this, it'll be a first. Like I've never beaten this spider before. Yeah. I'm plunging into the depths of spider. The one good thing about him being the spiderling tank here, the spiders will take massive amounts of damage from this. Like massive. That's why this guy's useful for this. Because I don't think I'll ever been able to do this without somebody like a DREXTHAR. Like every single time he takes a swing, he's gonna go further into the drink. See that? Does anyone see this? Every time he takes a swing, it puts him further into the red. This probably will be able to kill this spider. Yes, I'm trying to like beat a spider I've never beaten before. Let's see if we can actually do it. That's the real question. Can we actually do it? That's the question. Do we have an answer for this? I am not sure. Decreasing his max health is always good, but what's really important here is we decrease the spider's turn meter, we keep DREXTHAR alive, and every time the spider attacks him, the burn hurts the spider, the main spider. And this is going to cause Spider some very nasty problems. Once he realizes each additional burn, see this? See how each additional burn does something to him? See, that's what you want. Each additional burn whittles the spider away until nothing is left but his worst memories of DREXTHAR Blood Twin. See, this is what you want. See, it's brilliant. Because this preys on that mechanic. This preys on the mechanic. Yeah, I'm trying to prove a concept, damn it. A concept that's going to allow me to beat a spider I've never before beaten in the history of this game. I've never beaten this spider before. Ever. This is the first time. If we beat this, history will be made. This will be the first time I ever beat Spider 12. This will be the first time ever. If we can beat it. Is this easy to beat? Hell no. Am I going to struggle? Hell yes. Will we kick this thing's ass, hopefully? Maybe. Hoping. There we go. Get some burned. Get burned. Get burned. Get burned. There you go. Take lots of burns. I welcome it. Take lots of burns. Just keep getting burned. Yeah, keep each one of these is going to cost it a burn. Each one. And the decreased speed. Ah, you puked. Now you take more burns. Yes, you take more burns. More burns. Burn. Burn. That's right. You thought. You thought it's good to attack the lead. Well, just so happens the lead's on fire. Yeah, and each time you take a shot, it gets worse for you. And I got an Aegis on him. Yeah! Suck it, Spider 12. Suck it. You thought I didn't have a setup for you. You thought I didn't have a setup. History is about to be made. Spider 12 falls today. For the very first time I have ever done it in raid history, Spider 12, hopefully, if all things go to scheme, Spider 12 will fall today. This will be the tournament that Spider 12 dies. Because screw this boss. Screw this boss. He will burn today. I'm gonna provoke on all of you guys so that you can. Yeah. Get burned. Get burned. That's it. Get burned. Eat the burn. Eat the burn. Yes. Take burns. More burns. Eat all the burns. I don't care. Burn. All of you spiders burn. That's it. Yeah, burn. You get incinerated. You're like, I'm going to take a turn. It's going to do something great for me. No, it's not. I don't want it to do anything good for you. There you go. Look at those burns. Hell yeah. We're about to make history. If this guy dies, we are about to make history. We made history! Spider 12 dies! Yes! Yes! I don't even care if I lose the Spider tournament after this. Yes! I don't care. I don't care if I'm ranked 38. I don't give a shit. Spider 12 dies today. He dies today for the very first time. Spider 12 dies.